Last night I saw Quiet Place Day One. I came in with really high expectations because I really liked the first and second films of the Quiet Place franchise, and my expectations were destroyed. That was a masterpiece. That was a really good prequel. Even though it's the third installment, it's a really good place to start the franchise. But it had a really good story, really good hook, climax, ending. It was all beautiful. Had very good character development, but at the same time, the Death Angels had enough screen time for it to be a horror movie, but they weren't like the main attraction. It was the characters on and how they were going to survive this quiet place in quotations. First topic, story. For a proper prequel, starting us literally from day one, because it's called Quiet Place Day One, it needs to have an excellent story that connects and goes with the flow, leading to Quiet Place and then Quiet Place 2. And I thought it did, like it kind of gave us like an origin story for the Death Angels. It showed them, it showed us how they arrived at Earth, really, through meteors. It showed that in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything, but I really think you should go see the movie because it had a really good story. And it was some parts it was maybe a bit touching. I could see for some people. Personally, I did not get very touched. Well, not like that, but yeah, I could see how some people could be like, "Oh, that's sad." Next topic is ambience, because the movie had for apocalypse and invasion, it kind of had a peaceful ambience, like the art of silence. When there's so much loud noise around you, you're kind of like a bird in a cage. But once it became a quiet place, in quotations, literally, you guys even though you were limited by noise, the protagonists kind of felt free, it's hard to explain, you feel the loudest when it's the quietest. I know if you're a philosopher and you're watching this, you'll understand, but it's hard to explain. Maybe I'll make a video called The Art of Silence, but that's not something I'd really do. Maybe. Now, the effects in this movie were really good. The CGI, VFX, whatever you call it, I don't really know the terms that much. I mean, I made a Blender animation before, and I watched Quarter Crew every weekend. They're a really good channel. But the visual effects, you could tell a person in who's does not know anything about visual effects, they would buy it. They would say, "Oh, that's practical." Well, no, it's not practical. Those were never there, and that's pretty good. And sound effects was really good for a movie about silence. It was really good. Like at the beginning when it was the city and the traffic and the people, that was really good. And same with the music design. The ending, it played a song. I don't know the name, but it was really good. So shout out to who made the movie. I know John Krasinski or whatever his name is, guy from The Office, helped. But shout out to you guys. You guys did a good job. My final thoughts on this movie is, well, listen to the trailer and shut the up and go see this movie. It is a masterpiece. It is a great prequel, great introduction to the story if you haven't seen Quiet Place 1 or 2. And I really liked it, The ending, I could see how it could touch some people. The cat was kind of like a comic relief of the movie, look, kitty cat, when it should be dying, even though it's surviving, the cat, I'm surprised it made it through that, but I really liked it. they like kind of gave personality to the Death Angels. Like it showed how they couldn't swim. It showed that in Quiet Place 2, I believe, but like still, like it kind of showed how them how they're like alien. Like have you ever seen like the behind the scenes of Alien 1979? There was this like snippet of like the xenomorph doing like a crab walk because they're trying to get it to do something like Alien. Like no one's ever seen it because it's like Alien is like something like not human, and like the way the Death Angel act was really alien because like they're aliens, but like it was not inhuman. Like it was really good practical effects. Like you couldn't tell like it was a person in motion caption or suit or like whatever. But this movie on the Spider Bro 2 scale, 9.5 out of 10. Very good ending. I recommend you see it as soon as possible. And yep, see ya.